That's plenty of time.
Cool. Yeah. I'm here
right.
to talk and hang.
You ready?
Absolutely.
1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Solid.
Okay.
That was a good one.
That was good.
That sounded like one crack.
It did.
That might have been exactly even.
Was that the same can? No, that's 2.
I'll let you know when I edit it. Because you can always see like the 2 peaks or whatever.
Use that to line up the audio. There you go, dude.
That's literally why we started doing it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's genius. Okay. Wow. Okay. Thank you so much, Love Liquid Death.
Yeah, me. Because I did this for a long time alone in my master bedroom.
Corey, I thought it was weed.
It's we now, but I started it for sure.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
A lot. I usually say not much to that answer, but that's like the social answer, like when you just like.
Not much.
There's a lot of people here, and I don't want to get into it.
Have you ever
not
just
much.
dropped that on someone? Like, well, you sure you want to ask that question?
Yeah, I do.
It's like, how's your day? And
Probably
you're just
too
like,
often.
Not great, man.
Yeah, it's been a rough one. Where do you want?
dying.
Where do you want to start?
And it's the gas station attendant. She's like, I was just trying to make, you just say good and move on.
Yeah, it'll be $13.95. Please keep moving. I've made a terrible mistake.
Because now you're in it. You're like, what you said? How am I doing?
You asked, dude. I kind of wrote a song about that.
Really?
I did. It's in safety. Yeah, that's in the line. It says it's supposed to be like a conversation or whatever. He says that one guy says, hey man, how you've been and how have you been? And my answer is, take that back until you mean it. And then the answer is, hey man, didn't ask for your life story. And then my answer is, sorry, that's a part of how I've been.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's that verse is supposed to be a back and forth.
I love back and forth.
I'm very vague on who's talking.
It's
you know
harder
what I mean?
when it's one guy singing, though, I feel.
Exactly.
Because back and forth work really well with
exactly when you have other people, which I'm working on. I want to. I'm trying to work with literally anybody I can this year, but the solo stuff.
You should name your band Max and the Lemasters.
Oh my gosh, no. There is one that I've thought of that's good. That is a play on the name, my actual name, which it is my name.
Your last name is a band name.
Yeah,
like, for sure. Like Lemaster. Come on.
It's cool.
Who's playing at Works tonight? Crucial Taunt, Lemaster.
Yeah, I can see the flyer. You're right. Yeah. You're right. But the one I've thought of is
Lightning Bolt S. No, you can't do that. Never mind. Oof.
Nope. Yeah. Oops. Stay away from that. Yeah. It would just be one of them, I guess. Anyway.
Yeah. Metallica style.
Yeah. There we go.
Well, fuck that up. Right off the bat.
But the one I came up with is Max and the Lemasters of None.
Okay.
Because that has been the thing I've identified with is any sort of master of none or jack of all trade. That's me. I go through life like a fascinated baby. Like anything that fascinates me, I'm like, I'm going to look into that. I'm going to figure that out later.
So much time like, well, what is that? And you're just fucking diving down.
Yes, and I'm also a marijuana user. Shout out marijuana, and that exacerbates that that fascinated baby. So I have to be careful with that and tone that in or whatever.
Marijuana in a Google and an Amazon account is a dangerous combination.
Very dangerous. Yeah.
Been there. Fucking thing on TikTok.
Dude, COVID. Like, yeah, wild time for those things. Those 3 items. My Google search, Amazon account, and marijuana.
Were you put in your home? Were you?
Yes, I was.
Essential.
I was working for a casino at the time. I've only had 2 jobs in my life.
What the fuck?
Were
you a pit boss?
No, I was the drop count supervisor, which I literally can.
So you just sat there and watch people count money.
No, I count. I collected the money from the machines, and then that slash, drop. That's the drop part of the slash is collecting the money, and then the count is the literal going back in the room and opening the boxes that you've collected of money and counting that money. And I can only talk about it as much as I can talk about it.
What a terrible
literally
job,
because of the gaming, gaming commission. But I wish I could talk about it more because, like, when I talk about being fascinated by things, there are so many moving parts and so many systems in that.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, you get very desensitized to paper money.
Oh, for sure.
It is crazy when you are moving it by the bricks, like stuff you see in movies. Right. Especially being a small town Salem Springs kid, I'm like,
and they're moving. Imagine,
yeah,
like Vegas, or something.
Oh my gosh!
Where they're like,
Yeah, that is even on
we're
multiples.
saying
I
$1
wouldn't
million doesn't even phase you.
exactly.
You're just
I
like, yeah,
can't
whatever.
say any like specific numbers, but it was usually over a million.
Oh,
We're
sure.
talking in the
Yeah.
millions. When I'm talking
day.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's for tri-state areas around here. Go to Las Vegas. That's got to be, the multiple of that is just, I don't even think I can imagine that. But we did a lot, and I was over, 3 different properties doing that.
Really?
Yeah, so it was a very involved job. I gave up a lot of my life to make sure that all of that ran so smoothly.
Were you doing music then too?
Trying to, and that's sort of what led to me wanting to quit it. Just quit it for good, just altogether. Wrote a song about that. I was trying to do music while doing these crazy 60, 70-hour, 6-day work weeks, and then trying to, that one day I have off, get a flyer done and set up a show with my buddies.
Right.
And it's like, guys, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Like, I don't have it in me right now,
I still have to grocery shop.
Yeah, and that kind of crap kept happening, and I was like, I guess I'm just the guy that can't do music anymore, And
Ooh,
so
that's the worst. Man.
exactly. So I quit that job and went back to what I used to do when I was a kid. What I started
drugs.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
back to my roots.
Pot dealing.
Pot man. I started at a car wash. The first place I ever worked was a car wash. I worked there when I was 16, and I worked, like I said, I've only had 2 jobs. I've had 3 companies I've worked for, but I've only had 2,
Right.
industries
Same,
or
yeah,
whatever. So at 16, started at the car wash and worked there, worked my way up to management. They moved me out to Tulsa to be a manager out there. That's why I lived in Tulsa, which I was mentioning to you before we started.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We got to talk about, what the hell were we talking about? Something about a petting
No,
zoo? What
that's
was it?
even
A
further
safari.
on. Yeah, I'm very traveled. You're gonna find that out. I've lived a lot of places. A lot in Arkansas, a little bit in Tulsa. That's the only real place I've
I've lived
lived.
a lot of places, but 2 states.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
moved a shit ton when I was a kid.
Oh, absolutely. I was just talking with my friends about this. Someone who came over the other day. Like, me and my wife have lived in our house for 5 years. Coming up
Longest place you ever
March.
lived?
by so much, Corey.
Yeah.
We midnight moves were a normal thing, like, hey, we got to get out of here because the landlord's coming, he'll be by tomorrow, so like, let's go somewhere else.
Was Dad on some fucking
No,
Wild
it's
Boy shit?
just Dad was chasing his dreams. That's what we'll say. We moved a lot, and so like 6 months was awesome. We never made it to a year end of a lease, and so like me and my wife living in the same spot and in a house that we've bought, which is
Right, so you
awesome.
get to
I'm not
stay
trying
there?
Yeah, dude. But being able to stay there after about 2.5 years, I started like,
Freaking out.
yeah, I was like, someo's gonna come take this.
Yeah, it's too good to be true. It's yeah.
This is going to fall into a hole. I don't know why, but that's how I feel.
Do you remember how many houses you've lived in?
Oh, dude, that's tough.
Do you know the count?
No, we could try.
I know I lived.
I
In
do know a lot of
16
addresses.
I lived in 16 by the time I was 16.
Yeah, okay.
And then it
it's
slowed
roughly
down
around.
after that.
It's probably 10 to 15 for me, for sure.
Right. Then
it's
it
in
slowed
between
down,
10 to
and
15.
now I'm at like, I think I'm truly at like 18. So at
Yeah.
16, it all just kind of went.
Right, between the places I've moved on my own after moving out and
Yeah.
going doing my own thing, because I moved out at 19. I moved to Springdale, Arkansas, and was still working for the car wash, and then like I said, that ended up moving me out to Tulsa. Wild stuff happened in Tulsa. I was working at a car wash and I got poached, dude. I got got legitimately poached by another car wash, like cutthroat car wash mafia
was
stuff.
deep out of here in Tulsa.
Yeah, dude. But
The Suds game.
yeah, this guy came by our car
Was it
wash.
Suds?
No, it was I don't even know if I should name companies. This was a long time ago before they
Yeah,
were before they were even what they are now, which I'll get into or whatever. But it is one of the bigger companies. It was a company called Zips Car Wash. They were in Tulsa. They do a great job. There's a lot in Little Rock, I think.
Yeah.
Still, but I was working for a company called Boomerang Car Wash. Not around anymore.
Oh, I see.
But the OGs. Shout out Boomerang Car Wash. Like, I loved Boomerang. It was around here too. I don't know if y'all had.
I was only wondering because I tiled the suds in Tulsa once.
Okay, I just remember Little Rock specifically because one of our top stores was Maumelle, and I had never heard of Maumelle before, but that was a Little Rock location. Like a classification or whatever.
Sure.
Working for Boomerang, but then Zips poaches me. And so I go work for Zips. And like I said, this is when they're a very small company.
Poached by a...
Yeah. Well, Zips is only like 7 car washes at this point, right?
Right.
So they're pretty local, but they want to expand.
They need talent.
Exactly. That's what they're telling me. They're telling me this big plan or whatever. So this guy comes over, he's like, "Hey, we need you to run a car wash." And I'm like,
district manager.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna make your dreams true, kid. You're gonna
6 figures doing this car wash.
You're gonna see the world. You're gonna see the world through suds. The whole
kaleidoscope that smells good.
Yeah, come be a part of our family. That whole red flag, bull crap.
These were family run.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we, I go out and I take over this store in a freaking god awful location. I won't even name it. It was just a small place. It was nothing against the place it was at. It was just the location itself was just run down. No one cared about it.
Right.
No one cared about it for a long time, and then Zips bought it and said, "We need you to care about it." You know what I mean? And so
good luck.
They had some issues with the manager before, but what I came to find out very quickly is that the manager before I got there was stealing, right? And so that's why they really brought me in, was to straighten things up, whatever. And so I go in there, and my district manager tells me, "Hey, we have this problem. This is what I've been kind of alluding to." And I'm like, "What are you talking about alluding to?" "This is what I've been talking about with the problems we had with the manager before." And I'm like, "Okay, what's up?" And he's like, "Well, I know you noticed that, those machines out there are short, right? They're short money." And I'm like, "Yeah, we talked about that." And he's like, "Well, I need you to fill those back up, and I need you to just tell people, hey, you're just gonna, if they have cash, just give it to them for free in the system, and take their cash and fill up the machines, keep track of everything that you do, whatever." And I was like,
"What?
That does not sound right at all.
That
does not sound right at all."
I was just sitting here like...
Exactly. And I'm like, hold on. And, well, now that I'm 10 years older than that, even older. It's like 11 years ago. Wow. I was 19 trying to run these businesses for these people, by the way, and being put in these situations.
See something in you, kid?
Yeah, exactly. That guy with the cigar. Yeah, he's right here. He's in your pocket. He's your friend. That's your friend.
My back, I'll scratch your back. I make all the money. I'll make sure you don't die.
Exactly. And so I'm thinking this stuff, and then I do my thing. I nod and I listen, and then later on I process. And later on I'm like,
I'm stealing fucking money.
This is Breaking Bad.
Yeah. I'm a money launderer.
Yeah, exactly. This is laundering money. I'm not doing it for drugs. I'm doing it because some guy was stealing from the company, and we're trying to fix that. But exactly, I'm not going to be the guy that fixes that.
You're the fall guy.
And that's exactly what I went back and I said to him. I was like, "Listen, you're the manager. Like, I'm just the guy running the store. I'm the location manager. You tell my people whatever you want to tell them to do, and I will not tell them any differently. But I will not do that, and I will not instruct anybody else to do that. I'm sorry. It was just I can't do it.
That's shady.
I can't. Yeah. And, he was like, "Fine, I understand." He wasn't like, I didn't get punished for it or whatever. It was fine. It wasn't a big deal. But what I did was called Boomerang, and I said, "Can I please come back? Tulsa's crazy." And I called my manager from Siloam Springs, where I started.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Is there any place for me in Northwest Arkansas? Because I also want to come home." I was just that kid that was done with it. I was like, what is the real world? I don't like this.
Well, it's certainly not fucking Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You're
right.
That's the first fucking...
That is not the example.
Tulsa's fine, but it is not the fucking... Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, that all happened, and it was awesome because I got to come back. I got to come back to Boomerang. Got to come back to not just Boomerang, but my people. But the people I learned from and worked with, and helped built up some of these stores over here on Weddington Drive in Fayetteville, and Sunset Avenue in Springdale. Some of my favorite places
have
growing
kids?
up. No.
Oh, okay. Never
4 dogs.
You sound like one of those dads that are gonna be like, so, when I was young, that store there, we started that store.
I am that way.
Nah,
I'm
that way,
bad.
dude.
I'm bad. I'm
I'll be telling my wife,
nostalgic
I'll be
as
like,
heck.
I did like half the tile in that neighborhood.
Yeah. I just recently started doing floors, so I don't have a lot of places I can do that with. But driving around with
It's a curse. It's a curse because now you'll go places.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't do the work, you'll be silently judging the work. You'll be
exactly.
Like,
They warned me of that,
I
and
don't know how
it's
they get
so
away with that.
true
It's so
now.
true. Every urinal you piss at, dude, you're just gonna be
Yeah. Like, come on.
This
That
shit's
is
fucked.
That is not the pattern. That is not the pattern.
how was the one over the other one? What the fuck?
Exactly. Why is there a triangle over here? These are squares.
It's
Where'd that come from?
how is every part of this straight minus this one, except this one? You can always tell. You'll start to know where like the professional was and his helper was, like on commercial work.
Yeah.
It's a curse, dude. And I don't even give a shit. But I find myself just sitting there looking at it, just like, oh
Yeah. You can really paint a
have
picture
done
though. You can see the. Okay, so I do see why maybe he would have thought that was okay. You know, like if you look at it long enough.
Tile
whatever.
guys,
but I try not to do that.
Might be the snootiest of the tradespeople.
Yeah.
Because it's so like,
Yeah.
what's the word? It's like
Precise, I guess. I don't.
Well, it does. I mean, man, boy, you see some of the shit I've seen. People, I don't think the masses get it, but now it's like, because on the internet, what is that word where it's like, not bougie, but it's become like a vanity thing to be like mad fucking skilled. But it's almost too
Craftsman?
much now. Yeah, it's past that. It's like
Yeah.
it's like. Oh, la, la, and it's like shit
Right.
that does not fucking matter.
Yeah.
They're like, look how fucking perfect it is. You mean you're like, oh yeah, where the grout's gonna go and cover it
Yeah.
up. Is the line straight? That's all I really want.
Yeah.
You're making it too much. It's like blown out of proportion.
Exactly.
now.
People come in here to poop. You know.
This is where we shit, dog.
This is where we pee and poop.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're making such a big stink about this. This is the shithole.
Literally. It's not even the shithole. It's the way where the shit is attached to. Like it's just like it's
It's just a part of the system.
No, but I do. My Facebook feed is just all like tile videos.
Yeah.
And it's just absurd things.
Dude, but people do some cool stuff.
They do.
And
it's badass.
it gets me.
But
It
that
hooks
sucks
me.
because then people see that and they think that's $8 worth of work.
Right. Yeah.
That
yeah.
really-
Well, I saw this on TikTok. Can't you do it?
Oh, yes, I can. It's going to take
Yeah.
me a month and it's going to cost you 20 grand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can do
That
it.
part's hard to tell folks. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then they're like, what the hell? Dude, I've had so many of those conversations
Yeah.
over the decades.
Yeah. I've already been put in a few situations and doing flooring for like, I've only been doing it for like about 4 or 5 months, and that's, and you know how flooring goes. That's only maybe like 10 jobs total,
Yeah.
like not a whole lot going on. And I've also had so much else going on. It's like, I'm not trying to take every job that I can either. So,
You don't
but
want every job you can.
yeah, even in the ones that I've been though, I've already seen that sort of,
Oh, yeah.
thing. Yeah. But I do love flooring. Gosh, I don't know why.
It was
It's-
way worse when Pinterest was popular. I will say that.
Yeah.
It's calmed down a bit, but when that was a thing, oh my God.
Yeah.
But Pinterest was dope, but shoot, people were like, well, I saw where they took the pebbles and made like a tree out of it. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like someone's art project.
Yeah. That's
You want this in your shower?
that's just art. Yeah.
You think the people listening are asleep yet? We're talking about fucking
Maybe.
work.
Yeah. Sorry, we're gonna get down to the
I want to know
literal.
about this zoo you live next to.
Oh yeah. So Siloam Springs is adjacent to Gentry, Arkansas, and Gentry, Arkansas was the home of a family-owned safari. Yeah, many a childhood memory, weird memory out there.
A safari in Arkansas. Here's a
Dude,
possum.
no,
Here's a raccoon.
I'm talking tigers. I'm talking. I think the Tiger King had something to do with this place. I'm not well versed on it or anything, but this was a full on safari. They had baboons. They had breeds of monkeys. They had big exotic birds in these cages.
It's like a drive-through thing.
Yes,
Or-
a drive-through safari. Yeah, and you got to drive through these fields with tigers in them.
How far away is Gentry, Arkansas? Is it still
It's
a thing?
like the border of Arkansas, Oklahoma, which is where I've always lived somehow.
makes sense.
I have just skirted that Arkansas Oklahoma line my whole life somehow. I don't know why. I guess
still
it's
live
because
there?
Yeah. Fort Smith, is where I live now.
Oh, okay.
I'm from Siloam Springs, and like I said, West Siloam Springs is Oklahoma.
Right.
Like that's, it's a literal border town. And if you've been to Fort Smith, if you've been to Heroes
Same, yeah,
or
it's
Garrison Avenue, you cross that bridge, Oklahoma. So it's like I literally just moved down that line, and that's where I've been for like the last 7 years. Me and my wife, we moved down there. I moved down there for the casino. The casino promoted me to, over those couple properties or whatever, and they asked me if I would move out to Fort Smith, because they asked me if I would move to Roland, Oklahoma, and I said, no, I will not. What is the closest Arkansas town? And I saw Fort Smith, and I was like, oh heck yeah, I love Fort Smith. I've played music down in Fort Smith with my friends, and shout out Takes the Cake, and back in the day it was like Localized was down here, down there, and yeah, but it just kind of made sense. They needed me, I needed to make more money for me and my wife. We were trying to buy a house, and I was doing music still, but doing it much less because my band had broken up. So I was doing more of the organizing thing and doing more of my solo stuff. And then
what kind of band was you in?
A band called Better on Paper. We were like a emo punk.
Really?
Yeah.
I never heard of it.
People compared us a lot to like Citizen.
Okay.
I don't know.
How long were you around?
Not very long.
No, okay.
We were a blip. That was the problem. We had one EP that we put out called "Take It Back Until You Mean It." That was the name of the EP, and so proud of it because it was just me and my buddies. It was just 4 dudes from Siloam Springs, Colt Cox, Alec Meeker, and Blake Huffman, my brothers that were in that band with me. We were all just Siloam kids, nobodies from, Siloam who liked a lot of stuff that nobody else from Siloam liked or cared about,
It tends to be how it goes.
Right. And it's like when those people find each other, like
it's magnetic for sure.
Let's see what we can do. And
sure.
that album is like a really great representation of that energy, because it's just like we came together, and in 3 months we were ready to play shows. And then about 6 months after that, we put out an album. We played shows and played a lot of shows, and we recorded the songs that we had been playing live.
And then you broke up 3 months later.
And then we broke up 3 months later. Yeah, I moved. My drummer moved. My guitarist started a family with his beautiful wife, and so did my bassist.
Okay, yeah, it's over.
Yeah,
it's
exactly. Like there's just way too many. There's way too many moving parts. So it just kind of like naturally ended. We never fully said like, oh, we're done, sorry, bye bye.
Just one day you didn't come back to practice.
It was literally just like now there's tumbleweeds in the practice space, the dramatic this stayed like that or whatever. But that was amazing, and we put that thing out, and then we ended that, and like I said, I moved, so then I was still trying to do a little bit when I got to Fort Smith originally. I was still trying to do my solo stuff and still trying to help organize, but I couldn't do any help with organizing back in Northwest Arkansas because I was just too far. So All In Artist Collective, what I was a part of with the organizing things, they kept doing things back in Northwest Arkansas. Zach McKim, Jess Cooper, and Isaac Weaver from Paperweight. Jefferson, that whole crew, they did things for a little while, for like a year, and put on some awesome things without me while I was gone. And then that thing kind of fell apart too.
Shout out to Poor John's.
Yeah, shout out Poor John's. Some of the insane special shows that we had there. Some of the better on paper shows with Paperweight. That combo, and then a lot of people that we brought down from Little Rock, Levels. Had a crazy show there. Auspicious from Fort Smith. Shout out Sammy Hill.
Hell yeah.
We had some wild things happen in a coffee shop in Siloam Springs, Arkansas. Yeah, there's a photo somewhere of.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah. That's what we were all about, is just like putting on for the people around here who care about the stuff that we care about, and not just the same thing.
No one else is going to do it.
Exactly. No one else is going to do it, so let's do it.
Yeah. DIY, baby.
Yeah, DIY till we die, dude. And a lot of people from that time and that era have just, flourished and blown up, and a lot of people have just kind of faded and gone into family life, and and it's a beautiful thing.
Forever.
Yeah, we got a real beautiful thing out of it. There's no like bad blood, as far as I know, whatever. But like there was nothing that like there wasn't a band breaking up moment.
No.
You know what I mean? It was just kind of like dang, this was really cool.
Move on.
Yeah, this was really cool, and I think we're all moving on.
They'll probably end up coming back to it too someday. A lot of my friends now, their kids are turning 18.
Yeah.
And, they're all like starting to like play in bands again, or like, oh man, we should jam. And I'm like, I've been jamming, bro.
Exactly.
Where the fuck you been at?
Yeah.
I'm getting that a lot here lately, which is it's cool. I'm like, well, I can't because I'm already in 4 fucking bands, and I can't be in 10 bands anymore.
Right. Yeah.
So I just start hooking all my old friends back up, be like, hey, remember that? Well, they're playing too.
Yeah. But, and on the lines of that, I am starting back up All In, which is some more news that I want to tell you and talk to you all about today. I'm trying to do more organization and move that All In thing to Fort Smith for now, and then invite and try to start up, Northwest Arkansas again, All In Artist Collective stuff. Yeah. That's way future. I'm not trying to force anybody to do anything, but I want anybody who wants to still do it or to be involved in any facet to have an avenue for that, an avenue that makes sense for them. I want to do the hard work. I have the time and the energy. I'm a full-time musician. I do flooring and stuff, do that on the side, but that's my job. Is I'm trying to be a songwriter and play shows, and that's how I want to, live my life. That's what I want to do, is just be involved in music.
You're gonna end up in Nashville.
No, I'm going to make Fort Smith Nashville.
Hey, that's even better.
Fuck
there you
Nashville.
Go. I like that attitude.
Fuck Nashville, come to Fort. I've said it before. I'll say it again. It is, dude. It is.
Yeah.
There's no DIY anymore. It's all let someone else do it for you.
I mean, no one wanted to fucking live there for the longest time, and that's what made it special. It was all just musicians. They were all poor
and that's,
shit.
Dude, that's what.
Couple rich country guys.
That's what I feel about Fort Smith. Fort Smith is just fucking misunderstood. I love Fort Smith.
Yeah.
I really do.
Dude, we looked that up. There's 90,000 fucking people living there,
It's the second biggest city in Arkansas.
They should definitely be more shit going on.
Exactly. That's what I say. And the reason there isn't is because we're all working. It is a working class town. Everybody's working, and if you don't respect their time off and you don't give them something that is worth their time when they're not working, they're not going to show up. They just won't.
But their kids might.
They might, but how are they going to know about it if nobody's organized?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's a slow process.
Right. So I'm seeing these things, and all I do is observe. It's all like I said, I'm a fascinated baby. So I just kind of sit back and look and think.
That's what to do it, man. You just got to get out there.
Yeah.
Start fucking up, having a bunch of bad ones till eventually they're not bad anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the goal for 2025, is to get All In Artist Collective Fort Smith going. And I'm not trying to like drop anything, but it's too early to drop anything. We're trying to get a team together. I'm not trying to not do it just like me. I'm trying to get like like what we had in Salem Springs going, a team of dedicated people who care. Yeah. Like that's all we had was a bunch of people who just gave a lot of a shit. You know what I mean? Like
I do.
Not for any specific reason. There's no mission. It's just like shows should be the way that they are, and there's a certain way they should be, like there shouldn't be bands not knowing if they're getting paid, not knowing who to talk to, even if they are getting,
not knowing the process.
Yeah, and everything being so, disorganized or whatever. That is not where I thrive. As an artist, I really want to show up to a show that is organized and people can tell me this is where I go.
Places too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because what do y'all have?
We have Heroes. We have Roosters, which is dope.
Roosters?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a bar.
Everything's a bar, it seems.
It is.
You need like a venue.
Exactly. And that's where Cousins Music comes in.
Okay.
Cousins Music is the spot. Sorry, Bo, if you don't want me to, blast your place, but you're too good of a place not to blast. That's all I have to say about that. But
it's over now, Bo. It's on the Crashcast.
Yeah. We're I'll take a page from TC Pedals, another Oklahoma brand that makes their own pedals. They have a pedal that is designated to Bow, or a Bow brand or whatever. It's the Boverdrive.
The Boverdrive, that's
Yeah,
clever.
exactly. And I'm like, there's nothing more perfect, because Bo he's just a great guy. He's an inspiring guy, and you just want to get things done with that guy. You know what I mean? When you get around Bo, you go into Boverdrive. So I'm like,
okay.
I love this. So I shout out TC. That's really cool that they made that pedal.
Boverdrive.
But yeah, Cousins Music is an all ages.
That's important.
Yeah, it's an all ages venue that is not only a venue, but it's a guitar shop below. So it
has to be two things. Like no venue's going to survive just being a venue.
Exactly,
really.
and that's the beautiful thing about Bose is it is multiple things.
Yeah, you need it to be.
Yeah, Cousins is lessons. They have an awesome lessons organization going on with.
That's how you start. There's the right there.
Exactly. And shout out Allison, shout out Chris. I just met. I literally just met him upstairs. He just took over directing the lessons, and they have an awesome organized effort to like get kids out and get excited about music. Because not only do they have their lessons, but then they have their recital. They have a venue that they just have an awesome, well organized, well lit, because Bo's put his effort into making that it's an old ballet studio. That's what it used to be. It's got hardwood floors all across it.
Open space.
Yeah, it's a huge open room with a giant mirror on one wall, which is odd, but it makes for very cool video.
The lights on that shit.
Exactly.
Real cool.
And that's what Bo's done.
Disco ball in that
room. He's put some great, rack lights up, really invested into live music and into, bands, Fort Smith bands having a place to come and not only play but be proud of playing.
Some people trying to make it better.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a ton of great people in Fort Smith who are trying to do that, and that's what I'm like, hey guys, let's get together. Let's organize.
Yeah, the more the merrier for sure.
Yeah. And I'm name dropping, but Damian Penrod from Held Tight, that's one of the main people. Yeah, that's one of the main people that's going to be working with me. Damian is one of those dudes who does shit to do it right. I couldn't think of a better person to be working with. And then another fella named Eddie Ivy, used to be really involved in security in the scene. He used to work at Roosters. But he's also a freaking phenomenal artist. He's a poet, and so he's going to help us lead spoken word shows for people, and we have a venue for that. Cousins. We're trying to get some stuff together. We're in the very baby stages of that, but I have the best people I know doing it with me. You know what I mean? Like
starting up coffee shops.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Fort Smith Coffee Co. I've been trying to get a hold of Fort Smith Coffee Co. for a while.
Not the public ones, but if there's like a private bookstore or something, those are always cool. One
place that I want to talk to is there across from Cousins Music. There's an art museum called The Ram, and it's awesome. It's a beautiful building.
In a corner.
Yeah, I'm like, can we have a space on a Saturday and you could, people could look at art and listen to some acoustic jams? Absolutely. Yeah, I'm thinking about all these things, and I'm
high-end busking.
Yeah, exactly. Come on out for some high-end busking. That's great. I love that. But yeah, just stuff like that. Stuff that I know, like I said, the people of Fort Smith will respond to and care about. I don't want to just have, dark, awesome metal shows, you know what I mean?
Like,
I want to do it all. Exactly. I want to have a say we have a day where we throw a festival where it starts in that art museum with, kids coming out, and there's a food truck and there's finger painting, whatever going on, but there's music going on at the heart of it. And then you have that for 4 hours, and then we take a break for, some more food trucks or whatever, and then we all walk across the street to Cousins, and we go to the metal show.
More adult.
Exactly.
There was a fucking kid band. Not a kid band. It was a band for kids. It was like, when I say 3, you say 4. Like that kind of like
some Wiggle stuff.
Shit. Yeah, Wiggle stuff. Yeah. I didn't know it was like underground like this, but dude, they did that at Vino's one day.
Yeah.
That place was fucking packed to
Let's
the rafters.
Go. Open up this pit.
Tiny little children everywhere.
Open up this ball pit.
Dude, it was wild. And And it worked like a charm. I was like, so y'all should just be doing this all the fucking time.
Yeah, put a ball pit in here. Yeah, this should be a Wiggles
This is
venue.
insane.
Yeah.
Because everyone was like eating. And,
That's crazy.
And the parents were definitely drinking. Because if
Yeah,
you're a parent
of course.
at a fucking Wiggles show,
Yeah.
you need a Michelob or two in you.
One or two, absolutely. Give me a Coors.
But I was like, damn. And then after that, they had a full-blown punk show. And I was like, this
Rad.
works.
Rad.
The show
that
went
is
from
so
5 to like midnight.
That's so cool. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's so awesome. I didn't even know about that. I didn't know there was a punk show afterwards. I did hear about that.
And it was all one show. It's because somebody had passed away. Bircho, I think was his name. I never met Bircho, but
yeah.
That they had like this whole day planned because they're all much older.
Yeah.
They all have kids who have kids and shit.
Yeah.
So they planned out this entire evening for everyone.
That's so cool.
So there was something for literally everyone.
Yeah, for everybody from the community.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's
well
beautiful.
put together. It ran smooth as fuck.
Wow.
It was awesome.
That sounds awesome. Yeah.
A bunch of old heads,
Heck yeah.
And they still
Sometimes, man, old heads know what they're doing. Yeah.
they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
That shit's baked into you. It's like almost like military school. Mm-hmm. You used to get fucking yelled at.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the fuck off the fucking stage.
Talk about immediate consequences, yes.
Immediate. Sound guy's
Immediate.
coked up, mad as hell, hates everything.
Yeah.
Especially you.
And you're in his way.
Because you're there making nude money. He fucking is mad as hell. You died, get the fuck out.
Welcome to being in his way. You about to learn.
Nothing better than the jaded sound man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There we go. There's one. But there's nothing better than the one who's stoked to be there.
Oh, yeah.
Stone Pony, dude. They had the I don't know his name. I wish to God I would have fucking remembered his name. We played there one time. One of the best sound dudes to ever fucking work with. He was so excited. Oh, dude, blah, blah. And we were like talking about, because he was a drummer too. So he's like, oh, fuck yeah, do this, blah, blah.
Yeah.
We're talking about miking techniques and shit. And he's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
man.
dude, that's Sammy. Shout out Sammy again at Heroes.
Sammy rules. Sammy fucking absolutely rules.
Yeah, Sammy's constantly coming up to me because he knows that I do that stuff too and care about, technical stuff. I love talking about presets and all that good stuff.
He's got a lot of passion too.
And dude knows a million times more than I do. Like I said, I love listening to him. I don't contribute to that conversation. I love listening to Sammy talk about, the presets that he's done and how he did that for this band. Hey, that band that came through? I did this for that. And I was like, oh, dude, that's so, like, he cares. Yep.
Oh, you talked to him for 5 minutes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Sammy is the dude. But, yeah.
Very legit.
Having a good sound guy is just...
Y'all could have something really special over there.
Oh,
y'all
yeah.
keep working and pulling away like that kind of shit. Get
Absolutely, yeah.
4 or 5 spots around town to keep a nice mix going.
Yeah, we are looking right now, and we have a few...
Consistency is the hard part.
We have a few really, really cool potential places
you gotta find,
in mind.
You got to have the bands, too, so you're going to need a lot of people coming to you.
Right, yeah, that's another thing that we can't... we can't just tell people to make bands, but please, Fort Smith... people, youngins, the youths, where are you? Make a band.
They're at Cousins.
There you go. Hey, can you guys play together?
Listen, here's Dookie. Go home, put this on repeat. I need you to think of how cool this is and do something similar.
Yeah, I need you to have an epiphany on this album, and then
here's
produce
Bleach, Dookie, and fucking just.
Here you go. Come back.
Here's
Come
your
back with that.
homework.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
There you go. That's your homework. Come back with what you've learned. But yeah, it's like you said. Yeah, we could have a really cool thing, and there already is a cool thing. I'm not saying it's not cool now.
I'm just saying it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like once it grows and people find out, and then
it's
like,
just organization. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And that's all I do and all I am. I've always organized things. For the car wash, I ended up being a training manager that got the managers ready to
dude.
Exactly.
That
I was that,
sucks.
and I drove all over Arkansas. It
Really?
was awful. Yeah, not an awful job. The job was fine. It was just the
You're just gone.
what it entailed sucked for a human being, not for you had to be all over the place. You had to be
Some
driving a lot.
wide-eyed noob kid, and you're just smoking like,
Yeah, you know, you
be
hear
there in a minute, kid.
you
Just
hear
got in
all the time in car wash, like, well, this guy doesn't know anything about car washes, but he knows managing. So as long as you can teach him the car wash side of things, he should be good. And I'm like, what do
Spray
you
the
mean
water
he
and
doesn't
then
know
the
how to run a
soap.
car wash and
Yeah.
you hired him to be the car wash manager? Say that one more time slower, please.
First the water, then the soap, then the water again. Then we
Dude,
dry it off.
I'm telling you, some people don't get it. They don't understand it.
When
You
it's
would
cold,
be surprised.
the water's hot.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a good job. It was a great job, and I worked with great people, smart people. But yeah, it was too much, and so
And so now you do flooring and play music.
yep.
Hallelujah.
I was driving back to work in an anxiety fueled. Gotta get this done. You know, it's not my day to work. My wife is at home. Everything is fine, but the world is ending to me, and I have to
right.
get back to work.
Right.
You know, and it hits me like, what am I doing? What am I doing right now? And I called my wife, and I said, I think I'm gonna quit. And she said, please.
Oh, cool.
She
Hell
said,
yeah.
absolutely. She said, I'll see you when you get home.
She's like, yes, you were being a real bitch. earlier."
Thank God.
Yeah.
No. She was just like, please.
Waiting for you to say this.
No, yeah. She's like, it's your day off. I don't even know what you're doing right now. Come home. You know, like, I'll see you soon. You know, let's figure out dinner.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, it was
Midday quit strong.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. But
That phone call.
I
Hey,
do-
Mike.
see, I will say I'm not the guy.
You didn't do it all cool.
I didn't. I gave it 2 weeks. I worked my 2 weeks.
Did you cry?
No.
Okay.
But
You
I
shouldn't cry.
made damn sure that the people that I trained and took care of, and I saw that cared about what they were doing, I made sure that they were good
Okay.
in that
You
last
did it
2
right.
weeks and got the fuck out of there.
There you
Yeah.
go.
And
That's not really my style.
no,
I
that's
tend
how
to burn it all down.
I've done that twice now. That's how I left the casino too. I was like, I'm gonna put my 2 weeks in. These are the things I'm gonna try and get done before I leave. Hopefully I do.
I almost got arrested.
We'll
quitting
see.
the job once. That was awesome.
Dang.
Yeah, I like to just let it all go.
I want to know about that. Yeah.
I think I've said it. Did I say about that? It was Pizza Hut.
Heck yeah.
I kicked a door in and everything.
No one out Pizza Hut.
Yeah, no one out Pizza that Hut. That's
you
for
did.
sure. But I worked there when they became like ultra corporate.
Yeah.
Like, they were like the biggest thing in the '90s. But it was all still fresh ingredients.
Yeah. It was good food.
Everything was real.
Yeah.
Like we still made dough from scratch. It was,
Hell yeah.
And then it all changed.
loved Pizza
Like
Hut.
while I worked there, it was so weird. It all changed like in a summer.
Yeah. You started getting DiGiorno's in the mail.
Basically.
You know?
Basically, it's
Yeah.
what turned into. There was this like wafer, right?
Yeah.
And then instead of dough, it was like a frozen disc. And then you would spray this shit on it, and the list of shit, the chemicals.
So we're in a lab now. We're not in the kitchen.
And
Wow.
you just put that in the fridge, and then it would just be dough in the morning.
Cool.
And you're like, that's fucking. What is that?
Don't
That's
ask questions.
disgusting.
Eat
Yeah.
it. What?
And then eventually, it just got worse and worse. And then they started changing managers, and that's when you really knew it was good because they were starting to build a new store.
Yeah.
It was a whole new look. They
Yeah.
got rid of the red roofs. I worked there through that, like,
The shift.
literally when they were like,
Yeah.
we're going to be, like, evil
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
shitty and
Yeah.
just ruin this entire company.
Yeah.
It's been going so good for us, we're going to ruin it all.
You know what?
And now they're nothing more than a bunch of delivery spots. Like, they
Yeah.
suck.
Yeah.
And ain't no one eating that
I don't even
shit.
think my hometown has theirs anymore,
they
dude.
shouldn't.
Went there after every baseball game, dude.
Yeah. It was the
Come
best.
on.
Dude, it's so bad. They're opening up, they're going back and buying the old ones and redoing them classic style just so people will come back. It's like, we're done here.
Damn.
We're done.
Yeah, we're done. You had your chance.
You fucked us.
Yeah. Sorry.
You wanted the money. You got it. See you later.
Yeah, I'll never play Marvel versus Capcom in your establishment
Yeah,
ever again.
It was the best place in the world.
Oh,
They had an
yeah.
arcade. You get a personal
Dude.
pan. Dude, it was like the one
We had a
place you-
buffet. Did
you
y'all have a
can
buffet?
go. Oh, yeah, we had a
Oh,
buffet.
man.
They all
Oh.
had buffets.
See, we had a few that didn't around
Really?
us.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow. No.
and ours in Siloam was cool because it was one that had it.
Everyone I ever went to had one. But,
Yeah.
there was one in every town.
Yeah.
Down
There was a
there.
ton of Pizza Huts. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it shifted to Domino's. It was like
Yep.
now there's Domino's everywhere. We didn't even have a Domino's in Siloam until I was
Then we,
probably in high school. I'm
Anyway,
old though.
so then we got bad and got worse, and they changed out the managers. That's when it got really bad because now they have these like overlords, not
Yeah.
managers,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one of them really got me going one night, and I was high. I was coming down from being high, and that's not good because I started the day so good.
Yeah.
And now it's getting worse
Right.
because I'm at work.
Slowly.
And it sucks.
It's getting worse slowly.
And like I've worked there now for probably close to a year at that point, and they're like, there's a dress code now all of a sudden and all this bullshit, and I'm like, fuck these rules, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm like, this fucking manager bitch trying to get me to wear a hat, and I was like, I don't fucking wear hats.
Yeah.
That's dumb as shit.
Yeah.
And then fucking, and she's like, you're gonna put the hat, because the district manager was coming. You're
Oh,
gonna put the
look
hat
out.
on. And I was like, I ain't doing fucking shit. And finally just snapped, threw the fucking hat down, fucking kicked the door in, got all my shit.
Yeah.
Like, because they made me change when I got there. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was fucking, we had to wear these special
Oh, my
fucking
God.
uniforms. Dude,
That's wild.
I was livid. And turns out there was a cop in the drive-thru when I did it.
Snap. Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I threw sauce on the floor. It was a whole thing.
Heck yeah.
She's like, you need to get the fuck out. Oh, by the way, old school Pizza Hut on a Friday night, too.
Yeah, it's jamming. Yeah.
Just
yeah.
packed to the fucking rim of people. And the
Yeah.
cop fucking was cool, man. He came out. He's like, is there a problem? I was like, yeah.
There sure is. I'm glad you're here. These motherfuckers.
Well, you saw it, didn't you? Trying to make me wear a fucking hat.
Is that even legal?
No,
I'm glad you're
like,
here.
I was like, oh, dude, I was so fucking mad, and I had my dude. I used to dress insane. I had these big giant pants on.
Hell yeah.
It was the '90s, bro.
Yeah,
So it's
absolutely.
Jinko fucking style pants.
Yeah.
And they had like the hidden pockets and shit. I had weed in there. I was scared as fuck. Too,
Yeah.
Because now I'm talking to the fucking cops. I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be the worst day of my life. And they all come out like, and they're like smirking and shit. And I put my hands on the cop cars and I'm like flipping them off on top of the cop car. Like, fuck you, you suck. By the way, I'm like 16.
Yeah.
I'm smoking cigarettes. I'm fucking. He's like, man. He's like, just chill. Like, it happens. Like, just go across the street. It's fucking raining. I'm like, go across the street. I don't have a ride home. I can't even drive.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Just call your parents. Like, it's a church. Now it's a come and go. But before it was a church. I was like, so I just sat under a street lamp in the rain, fucking rolling stogies, just fucking.
Hell yeah.
Just till my buddy got done delivering pizzas and he took me home.
Yeah. That's yeah.
But I will say, emptied the whole fucking place.
Nice.
Yeah. It was awesome.
A good old fashioned.
When they'd go,
I'm out here scene.
When they would
Yeah.
go on a break, they'd like run over and be like, "Dude, that was awesome."
Yeah, did you see that shit? That was crazy. You see what Corey
Cleaned up
did?
the whole store.
Yeah.
Everybody needed a to-go box.
That's awesome.
Fuck that bitch, man.
Yeah.
I was mad as hell. I'm still mad about it. Fuck you.
If I
Bring
saw her
Bill
today.
back. That was my whole thing. Bill was the original manager, dude.
Yeah.
Bill was fucking awesome.
Shout out, Bill.
Sam was
Never
all
met him,
right,
but-
but Sam had a bunch of henchmen.
Yeah.
Sam came in and fucking ruined everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the ones that got like stayed, you know,
Mm-hmm.
the fucking goody two shoe little kiss asses that stayed after they fired Bill.
Right. Yeah.
But Bill was dope, bro. You'd go out back, fucking get high as shit.
Nice.
We used to keep beer in the fucking cups, the styrofoam cups.
Yeah.
Like he'd let you drink it. He's like, look, as long as you're not throwing up or killing somebody or just,
Right.
He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He knew we were,
Just have.
misfits.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I see. I don't have that. That story. I was always so scared to do anything bad. I didn't even smoke weed until I was 24 years old.
Dang.
Yeah.
No cigarettes, no
Terrified
nothing?
of it. No,
Whoa.
cigarettes, absolutely not. No.
Well, that's
that was
smart.
way too scary.
Yeah.
Now I'm a freaking. Oh, dude. I say that now, and anybody listening who knows me now is laughing.
Because you smoke.
Oh, yeah.
Now?
I smoke it all. You know what I mean?
It's the greatest.
No, I'm a vapor. I'm
one of those.
Not a proud vapor by any means. 2025 is hopefully the year I'm not doing that anymore by the end of it. I'm not trying to like ultimatum it or whatever, but like I really just don't want it. I don't want it
not
anymore.
good for you.
It is so bad for
But
you.
it tastes really good.
Yeah, I've kicked everything else like soda. Like,
that's good.
dude. That is the hardest one. Soda's so delicious.
It's
so good.
Literally designed to be delicious.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And I still drink it, from time to time, but it's like I'm not going in the store and getting a soda. When I get a drink or whatever, I get water, or when I do have soda, it's like, dang, I had soda, I ain't having dessert. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like that was dessert. Like
I do the sugar freeze. I
yeah.
got the sugar free. That's like my one thing.
Yeah.
I can't have shit else.
We do a lot of sugar-free Baja Blast. I will have me a sugar-free Baja Blast.
It's all I got, man.
It's good
I can't
stuff.
do nothing.
Yeah.
All the fucking medical conditions I gave
Yeah.
myself. Now I'm just like, well, I gotta have something. Or I'm
Yeah.
gonna go fuck crazy.
And that's
So
what
sugar-free
inspired-
Sprite is what I got.
Yeah, that's exactly what inspired my medical journey, change, health, whatever you want to call it, was I got diagnosed with gout.
Gout?
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
gout?
At freaking 26.
How'd you do that? Just wear too many pairs of socks too long?
The freaking casino.
Oh, really?
I said, I was working crazy hours. I was working like 60, 70-hour weeks, and this is like manual labor.
Right.
I know it sounds like drop count. Oh, that's probably finance.
lot of
No,
walking.
it is retrieving these boxes that these third-party companies do not design for you to get out easily.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
design them to be in there and
do.
be secure.
Right. Safe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So your job is to unsecure 1,800 of those machines every night.
What the fuck?
1,800 of those machines, you unsecure the money from every single one of those, and then you take it back and you count it. That is your
And you gotta
job.
resecure it.
Exactly.
Oh
You have to
my
make sure you resecure it with security around. It is a tight knit thing. Yeah.
That's
Yeah. You're being watched a lot. Yeah.
you gotta learn to speak up for yourself, man. They give you the bad jobs.
Dude, I do what makes the most money. That's
Sure,
that
okay, yeah.
that was exactly how
Nobody
I
wants
got
to do
that
this
job
shit, Max,
originally.
to do it.
Exactly.
Max, do it.
I went on the casino's website or whatever looking for a new job to get out of the car wash. And I was like, which one pays the most?
And the universe is like,
And the
No,
highest
no,
paying
no.
starting position was like 11, 12 or something like that. And I was
11.
like, hell yeah, that's way better than 950, which was
Sure.
the rest of them. I'll start there and see if I can work myself up to, what I'm making now, which was like a good thing at that time. It was like I was making, like I said, 19 years old. Not at this point. When I'm leaving, I'm closer to 23, 24.
that's still pretty young.
Yeah, but leaving there making like I think it was like we were on salary, which that's a crazy story too. All the managers
That's
and
how they fuck you.
yeah, all the managers and assistant
Actually,
managers.
you're making $3 an hour after that 70-hour paycheck.
I told you Boomerang's not a company anymore, right?
Yeah,
There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
They got
they get fucking caught. They get
caught by the
forced
labor
to- yeah.
board.
Good.
And I'm not. I signed a paper. Not signed a paper. I got a paper that said I couldn't talk about it, like 12 years ago, and they're no longer a company.
Right, but if you
so-
didn't sign it, it's
No,
fuck them.
no. They said by cashing this amount of
Oh,
money,
you cashed the check. Oh, okay. Well, then yeah,
you are
can't say
agreeing to
nothing.
never
Yeah.
say anything. But it's also not a company anymore, so
Right.
I don't know.
You're fine.
But whatever. I got the thing from that. I forgot where I was at. Now I'm way off. Sorry, I've been rambling.
Okay.
But
That's what we do here.
yeah, I'm very good at it. But yeah, I was
I
going.
still want to talk about the Safari some more.
I know, yeah. I was going from, $24K a year or whatever, which was pretty good for me, to, $11 an hour, which, the $24K was like 15 an hour or something.
Probably.
I don't remember.
I don't even know.
Or 26. I don't remember. Lots of numbers, long time ago.
Math.
I was
Me,
taking
no good.
Yeah, I was taking less money to go to the casino, but I was like, whatever. I can learn and I can probably move up and whatever.
Yeah.
And then it ended up being my life for like 7 years. So
Damn.
yeah, and not
That
a great
sounds
one.
miserable.
Yeah, great people. The team I had.
Yeah.
Shout
I mean, you
out
can
my
make-
team.
People don't
the best.
really quit jobs, man. They quit the people.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
quit the managers and shit.
Exactly, and that's
Anybody can do any job, really.
You read that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
why I like working
What is
alone.
up, dude?
Holy shit! Mid-pod visits.
Wow. What
That's
a
been
drop.
while.
I
Hey,
can't.
it's Max Lemaster.
Yeah.
World
I love
class.
this
I had to
guy.
see him in person.
I love you, dude. I can't stop smiling when I see this guy. Oh my gosh. I'm
How
so
high those
excited.
cheekbones got.
Talking about better on paper.
We did. We did a little
we
bit.
mentioned it a little bit. We're all over the fucking place.
Yeah,
on this one.
Corey had never heard Better on Paper, and I was like,
haven't.
probably not. We were a blip, like a 7-month
Yeah.
lifespan band, like. But we played a lot with Spencer in his original band. Yeah,
All right, I love you guys.
I love
Me
you.
too.
I just want to pop in and say hi.
Love you, Spencer. Oh my gosh, that was so cool. But yeah, I don't even remember where we were at, but
You were moving from one job to another. You've had some shit jobs, yes.
Dude. Yeah. Well, like I said,
Well, anyway, that's what I said. That's why I like working for myself, really.
And that's what I'm trying to work towards.
I'm tired of it. Really, just the flooring. I've been doing it so fucking long.
Yeah.
It was never going to be a career,
Right.
and I never, and I found a way to love it, and now I'm just kind of like,
Yeah.
it's just,
Yeah.
But I don't know if I can. I truly don't know if I can. I might just be fucking doomed.
Who knows? Yeah.
It'd have to be like a friend that's like, cool, you're good at X, Y, and Z. Do that in this warehouse
and just
or
do
something,
that.
and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Put your headphones in. Fuck everything. Just as long as you get the work done, who cares?
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's my speed.
Yeah, and that's sort of what I'm trying to work towards with All In, because what we were doing in the past with All In was we were trying to like tackle like label stuff, like managing bands and helping them grow through their first 6 months or a year, like what I'm just what I've been talking about, like a DIY 101 package. Like you come to us, we get you a video of you doing what you do live with good audio. We get 3 of those, 3 videos. We get a song for you that we put on Spotify. We can produce all of this stuff for you within 3 weeks if you are ready to start now. And
like a springboard.
Exactly, a springboard. Exactly, a stepping stone or a springboard. Sure. And we got real close to achieving it and like doing something really cool with it, with all these different artists from Arkansas. And then it just kind of blew up. But I'm trying to just pick up where we left off and try and get as many artists as I can to work together. And so it becomes like, like hey, we go to this board here, and it's like we need a flyer for this show. Here's this group chat I have with all the best artists in Arkansas, and somebody can pick it up and we can pay them to do it. It was literally just an organization. And when I describe it more and start talking to people more about it, people are like, "You're talking about a union." I'm like, okay, I don't know about that. But like, it's just like an organization of people, who are doing the things, making sure that the things are being done right. Right. Which I guess is what a union is. But sometimes. Like we're the artists who are putting on these shows, and we're the artists who are, representing Fort Smith or whatever. So let's do it the best we can. And let's find the people in Fort Smith who care about representing themselves and representing where they're from the best, and get those people together and help them represent everybody else. Right. You know what I mean?
Grow together.
Together. Exactly.
It makes it a lot stronger.
It does. I hate being one guy doing a bunch of different things. I just kind of am that naturally, so I don't like being forced into that.
Samesies.
I
don't know.
Yeah.
I do it to myself, so.
Right. So that's what All In is I'm trying to use that as my avenue to do that to myself and do it for something that aligns with my purpose.
Right.
And I'm just a helpful guy. So I want to help everybody else as much as I can. Like that's literally my only goal. When I work places, my training manager said the same exact thing that you said to me. It's like, you need to stop taking these shit jobs.
Yeah.
One of my training managers said to me, I said that to her. I said, my literal favorite thing to do is to help, like just to like help, period. And she was like, don't tell anybody that. Why did you tell me that?
It's something somebody will take advantage of so fast.
And I was like, well, like I do, like, and because I was just helping her. Was like, she was supposed to be training me or whatever, but I was like, oh, you have an internet issue?
Yeah,
let's go.
Damn.
Sorry, I'm a very poppy person.
Did you hear that, Kurt? Holy shit! I got one. God.
Mine are always locked and loaded, dude. If I haven't done it in a while, I just.
That was nuts.
I hope it was good audio.
It was very movie-esque. Let me shuffle this deck of cards in my fingers real quick. Fuck.
But yeah,
God, actually, that hurt me. I shouldn't have did that. I got the arthritis setting in. It's weird, dude. I used to look at my dad's hands and be like, "Wow, how did?" Because his hands were like just medieval claws.
Yeah.
Towards the end, they're just so stiff.
Right.
Just calluses everywhere, and mine are becoming that, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, you say arthritis. Did you know that that's what gout is? Gout is like a severe form of arthritis. Yeah, it's a dietary.
They're just overused parts.
No, it's a dietary thing.
Really?
It's like the way I explain it to people is like, when a person has diabetes, their body stops being able to break down sugar, right? That's the problem. That's what it can't break down. In gout, you have gout, your body cannot break down a thing called purines. I don't know what purines are. I can't get too deep into that, but I know
dog food.
Purina. Hey, maybe there's a connection. Dude, that would help. Let's try it. I'll try anything.
That would be insane,
dude. If people
the cure to gout's in Purina dog food.
I'm telling you, people who have gout will tell you, I'll eat some dog food if that'll make the pain stop.
No shit.
I am telling you.
Bad?
Yes.
Does it go away, or
it's something that you.
Deficiency?
Yeah, it's a permanent deficiency. Exactly. It's something. It's something that you can be in permanent remission of, as long as you take care of your body. Or if you take the medicine, there's multiple ways to manage it and take care of it responsibly. And I am just so bad at medicine. It is not.
I literally tried to give Kurt a bunch of medicine earlier.
Yeah, it is not a personal stance like, oh, no pills for me. I can't take them. I'm bad at it. And so I just tried to not do that and try to just eat differently and eat better, because it's like I said, your body can't break down purines, and purines are just I guess a micronutrient or something that it exists.
It's the first I'm hearing of it, so
yeah,
I'll take your word for it.
I'm telling you, yeah, it's a wild thing. When this doctor was telling me this, I was like, why have I never even heard of a purine, and now my body can't break them down? This seems unfair. I didn't need to go back to chemistry. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. But yeah. So my the thing where that comes from is red meat and sugars, even fruit juice, dude. Like
fruit juice is not good for you.
And that's why it's like
your body breaks it down differently. It's supposed to break down chewed fruit. Not
Sugars are like sugars aren't like drinking juice is bad for gout because it's more of
it's like an attack on your system.
It really is. It exacerbates the purines being able to move and do their thing.
I can't wait to act like I know what I'm talking about. I'll be like, actually, it's purines. Plebe.
Listen here. Let me tell you a few things about a purine.
You probably got it out, Daddy.
Yeah, but what these do that are they're high in red meat, spinach. The list is insane.
Spinach.
Tuna.
Spinach will give you the gout?
It's crazy, yes. They're like certain things. Processed turkey is something I can't have. Freaking turkey sandwiches, dude. Well, I'm not supposed to have turkey sandwiches, and if I do, it needs to be fucking ripped off the bird, like cooked naturally turkey. Which, I would love that, but that's not readily available.
Only once a year, usually.
Exactly. At Thanksgiving, I should just
you're like, purines are in plenty supply.
Yeah. Well, it's in all turkey, but it's way worse when they process it.
Right.
Like you can have a certain amount of turkey and be okay and not be,
those 2 slice sandwiches that just piss you off. Like fucking
ones I don't.
Grandma used to make.
The ones I don't want.
Used to the fucking war effort.
Exactly. This is not the depression anymore.
Give me 5 slices. God damn it! It's not the depression.
Can I have a slice of American cheese on top and bottom, please?
There's more bread than there is fucking sandwich. Fuck.
But
you toast it or something.
So what those purines do is they settle in your joints.
Oh, okay.
And the way that the doctor explained that to me is imagine that purine like a little kidney stone.
Ouch.
Exactly. So kidney stones are little rock, pebble, spiky, nasty little dick meteors. Exactly.
That shit hurts so bad.
So he says, imagine a dick meteor inside the soft
medical
cartilage. Exactly. Inside the soft cartilage of your joint. Imagine that there, and then imagine the more purines you eat. Imagine that kidney stone.
Imagine
just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah. It's already not supposed to be in between your joints, and now it's expanding. So if you eat healthy and you avoid those purines and you give your body the things that break down purines, that joint gets smaller and smaller and smaller.
I swear to God, if I get gout after this, I'm going to be so
mad.
Dude,
please don't. It's the worst.
I'm going to be like, damn, my elbow hurts.
I'm telling you, it started in my toe and moved to my ankle.
Your toe?
Yeah, it is also a progressive thing. It's like a challenge in a video game. It's like if you don't if you don't tend to this thing, it just keeps getting worse. Like
I feel like we should know more about this. This
gout
is-
awareness pod right now.
Well, people used to get it all the time. It used to be very common.
It started as a king's disease is what they called it because the only people who could afford red meat were kings.
Interesting.
The peasants, the normal
I don't
folk.
eat a whole lot of red meat, but
Yeah, but now it's everywhere. It's flipped. Red meat is now the chicken is now the
so much
the
shit in
fish.
it. I mean, good
exactly because there's so much beef and it's America. It's beef,
go
beef,
somewhere-
beef.
now my thing is like if the part of the animal is too big for what the animal size should be, I'm just like I don't want that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna eat that.
Yeah, yeah.
Be it chicken or turkey, they're like,
Dude, yeah.
Oh, here's a chicken breast. And you're like,
Exactly. I see
what fucking chicken
a
did this
chicken
come
leg
off
that
of?
looks like it came
It's
off a pterodactyl.
Like it looks like it came off a turkey. And
Yeah.
a turkey, those turkey legs that look like they came off a human.
Not eating that.
Dude,
Looks enticing. That would be fun to take a picture of.
the fuck are those steroided ass turkeys
Yeah,
running around?
that's an AI turkey
That's a
leg.
fucking
That was
bullshit
made in the
turkey,
lab.
bro.
I don't like it.
I feel like this thing could have like done a real kick.
Yeah, it's about to get
It's
up.
insane.
Yeah, but yeah, that's gout, and dude, it sucks. So that's why I started
fuck
drinking
gout.
water and stopped, trying to do.
water's the best.
Dude, water. That's literally what the doctor said. He was like, "Your best friend is water."
It is. People don't know that.
Yeah, when you talk about things breaking down in your system, the first thing that breaks it down is being hydrated. Yeah.
Just check your pee, man.
Yeah,
Check-
it's like
check the
everything
stuff
that's
coming out
like
of your body.
everything
Makes
that's
you
like
poop easier. Makes you pee
absolutely.
better.
It just makes
Makes everything
lubricant.
better.
It's that transmission fluid, dude. It's just making things go. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Healthy. We're getting healthy. We're not gonna be fat anymore. We're gonna be healthy. I've lost a lot of weight.
Be
I did
fat
put-
if it feels
Boy,
okay.
After the holidays, though,
Yeah.
I don't know how your holidays went. I was off the fucking rails. I gained 10 pounds from Thanksgiving to Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm back
Yeah.
on the diet, though. I
was-
am fucking miserable.
This year was especially bad because we tried a new Christmas tradition of lasagna for Christmas.
Fuck.
And my parents, who love them to death,
Christmas lasagna's ready.
dude, they're not chefs, but they're cooks. They're good home cooks.
You don't
They
need
make
to be a chef for
make
lasagna, bro.
good.
You go to fucking Walmart.
They
and you
are
get the
chefs now.
Stouffer's fucking lasagna.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
is
now
king shit.
imagining my dad and my mom in the Bear kitchen, making this lasagna because it was so good.
Really?
It blew my mind. I was like, I've never had lasagna like this. This is so
TikTok,
good.
bro.
And he's like, it's just lasagna sheets and
Yeah.
ragu or I don't know what
Super
they
easy.
used. Yeah, but I was like, this is so good, and I had half of it. It was an amazing lasagna.
I've become a saucy connoisseur. Dude, you should have seen how many sauces I bought today. I've been to
Heck yeah.
Walmart, Kroger, Sam's, Walmart, and I had to go back to Walmart after this.
Wow. For sauce.
Yeah, some of it.
Cool.
Sauce in a certain kind of noodle, you can only find it apparently one fucking Walmart.
Dude, I hate when that happens. How do they not have all of it? I have to run for Temple Live, and there's five Walmarts in Fort Smith,
Dude.
and they all have different shit.
The app.
Okay.
You gotta get the app.
Okay.
It's a game
That'd probably help, huh?
changer, 'cause it
Instead of
tells
just
you
driving
where it's
around.
Because you can put in the list, you can make a grocery list, and it'll tell you what's not available there, and then you can change your store and then just see where it is available.
Rad.
It's the
Okay.
shit.
I need to do that because I have to. I'm a showrunner for Temple Live.
Isn't that where I met you?
Yes, we met, and I retrieved some.
And you were way too fucking nice. That's what we were literally. Now I remember.
That was me. I went and got y'all Liquid Death.
I remember being
from
like,
Casey's.
that is the nicest fucking runner I've ever met in my fucking life. It's crazy.
I was excited to be there, dude. It was freaking Gideon and held
Yeah, it was a
tight.
shit
Are you
show.
kidding
Yeah.
me?
It was
I
a
was
very
jazzed
cool
on
show.
life and looking for a place
couldn't
for my
believe it.
nervous energy. I was like, let me run. I will physically run to Casey's.
I could not believe it. I was like, damn, man, this
No.
place is awesome.
Yeah, dude. That show specifically was a really dope
I
show.
knew you were familiar to me.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
that was me. I went and retrieved the Liquid Death.
did.
for the pod. You guys did it upstairs.
That we completely fucked up.
Dang it.
Yep, it never came out.
Oh no.
It never got recorded,
Well, at least y'all were hydrated.
dude. We were hydrated.
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
was a great pod.
Yeah.
Wasn't the audio just fucked up?
Yeah, the video came out, but the audio. I mean, that's what I'm
Dang.
saying. if the audio's bad, you're fucked. Video, you can, whatever, you can skirt around it. But if the audio's gone, you're just fucked.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, I fully remember that. That was the first time I actually got to meet you in real life. We've been around the same circles.
It's funny how that happens.
I know.
Dude, there's people that I'm like, oh, I've been doing it for 30 years. Yeah, me too. How the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a guy I just got fucking. I'm gonna try to get him on soon. They're a fucking a book writer.
Oh, cool.
Author.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
And they write about the Arkansas like punk scene back in the day, and I'm like, how the fuck do I not know this person?
What? That's so cool.
But my friend was like, dude, you got to get him on. I was like, 100%, I'm gonna try.
There's a ton of Fayetteville punk lore with like Green Day and like some bands coming through for like the U of A kind of stuff.
Well, so this is Kurt's last episode in the podcast studio.
What?
Yeah, our last episode in the studio is next week.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, and so we're going.
This is a beautiful studio. This is my first time in here, and now I'm already sad it's going to be gone.
It'll come back. It's going to be put away in a safe spot.
Good.
And then we are going to do life and try to find a new spot, and
Excellent.
It'll be even better.
Excellent.
So
Heck yeah.
right now, we're just gonna go portable, and we're just gonna. So I'm just gonna start doing I'm just gonna come to them. We haven't done it that way.
Oh, cool.
We do it for special stuff, but we always pick like a cool location. It's almost always Vino's.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm just gonna start being like, cool. Where do you want to do it?
Yeah, that's awesome.
A fucking park, wherever. And
was a good location that would, be good video, and not only that, but be able to have a conversation in.
Right.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. This is beautiful, but that is such a good idea. Yeah.
Well, just for now, it'll be different. It'll be something in the timeline. That's
that
cool.
gives you a different. Yeah.
It gives us a different reach too.
Yeah.
We can.
Please come to Fort Smith.
We're just coming to you.
We'll figure it out. We'll find. You can come to Cousins.
We want to do like weekends where we like get a hotel or like a person's house and just knock out like 4 in a weekend.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And that's kind of all we're there.
You can
for.
absolutely come to my house. That's another thing.
Well, there you go.
With All In is one thing that we were working towards was having an All In house. A house that was a place that was located in Northwest Arkansas, that was in a decent spot off the highway, that when bands came through Northwest Arkansas, they had a dedicated place to stay.
That's sick. I've played in states like that. That was very nice.
Right, and that was a
shower.
That was kind of a pipe dream, kind of a future dream, 5-year plan, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I have a house now. And so,
and 5 dogs.
Yeah.
That's
and
sick.
And like I said, we're coming up on 5 years of owning it. And so we're trying to turn it into the all-in house.
How fucking happy I would be if somebody's like, oh, you can stay here. And I walk in and it's just filled with corgis. I would be.
Welcome to Corgi Land. Yeah.
Beside myself. Be like, oh my God, I'm not going to sleep.
I'll never sleep on purpose.
I sleep with the dogs.
Yeah.
Fuck a bed.
If you come to our house, that's a rule. While we're still going to be staying there in the all-in house with people, there is definitely going to be dogs sleeping with people. That's never
our dog sleeps
non-negotiable.
in our bed.
Yeah.
And he's huge.
Yeah.
It's like a third fucking person in the bed. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
But he like cuddles and everything. He sleeps on a pillow like a human.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm not fucking around. It's the weirdest thing in the world. And I guess he just learned it from us.
Yeah.
But you'll wake up and he'll just be head sideways, just staring at you. You'll hear his tail thump, 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 and you're like, hey, bud. And then dude, we're talking this close.
Wow.
You can fucking, that's how I usually wake up, is him breathing in
the
my
breath.
face.
Yeah.
And then just. And
yeah.
I'm like, oh,
we've gotten to a point where the only dogs, so we always go to bed with no dogs on the bed.
Right.
That's an achievement in itself. So
it's a crazy shit.
Pretty cool.
I don't know how you do it.
But then, now we always still wake up with corgis in the bed, because they're small enough or whatever. But they don't wake us up because they're small.
They're small.
They can get on the side of your leg, whatever, cool. It gets a problem when it's too hot. But the thing that wakes us up is dog farts.
Oh, dude.
The two bigger ones that we've trained to not be in the bed, which is awesome. Doesn't matter where they're at in the room.
In the house.
If in the
dog
house.
fart will fuck up a house.
Dude,
it's so insane.
And there's 4 of them. There's 4 opportunities for dog farts. And so that's the real.
And the food they eat. Ooh.
Yeah.
I feed mine real meat.
Hell yeah. Very cool.
So
yeah. We just do the whole, my wife worked in a pet store when we first got together, and so she did all the research, for people and then for us when we were getting a dog, of which ones were going to be good for him or whatever.
Yeah.
And then one of them is our special boy, and he has to have a medical diet
Sure.
bag, you know. Yeah, my little dude, he's just like me. Like,
Dude, if I could afford it, my dog would just eat our meals.
Yeah.
I would just be like, here you go.
Yeah.
Fucking, he loves. You ever give your dog bacon?
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the greatest joys of the world.
Yeah.
Watching a dog eat bacon.
or spaghetti. That was always my favorite. You give a dog like one meatball and a little bit of spaghetti noodles in the bottom of a bowl. Great time. That is a great 15 minutes. Because they just scoot that bowl around, and it's just it's a playtime. It's so fun.
When they get the food all over their face.
Yeah, I had
a
a Dalmatian that did that, named Zeke.
Zeke.
And so he's got this black.
Was he a happy Dalmatian or one of them shitty ones?
He was pretty mean. We ended up having. Yeah, I didn't know that. Like, that's crazy. I didn't know that was like a thing. But he was pretty mean, and we had to get rid of him.
I learned that when I was little because of a buddy of mine, and I was like, I thought these were like, because they tell you, oh, it's a firefighter dog.
Yeah.
No, hell no. They always make the meanest creatures like the cutest.
The cutest, yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Bears, all that shit. That's
Tigers.
Polar bears, tigers.
Tony the Tiger. Yeah.
They're always the meanest fucking creatures.
Yeah, that is insane.
Everyone but the hyena. The hyena doesn't get any love on anything. It's just because they're ugly as fuck.
Yeah.
Those things suck.
Yeah. I have seen a hyena too at the Gentry Safari.
Really?
Yes. I'm telling you, they had everything there.
How is that legal? It's because it's touching Oklahoma. I bet that was in Oklahoma.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Arkansas
I guarantee
has wild laws.
I guarantee you that it ran to Oklahoma at least, because like I said, Gentry's another border town, just like Siloam.
There's no way it wasn't.
Yeah, but crazy things happen there.
I had a friend that just had to move because of he owned a wild animal.
Yeah.
We have weird laws about that shit.
Yeah, and the craziest thing I ever had with a monkey that you were bringing up earlier was we went out there for one of my friend's birthdays, and they said you can hold this monkey because it was a baby.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't do it, but this girl that we were with, one of our friends, she said, absolutely, it's a baby, it's wearing a diaper. I'm gonna hold that. It was a bad idea. It somehow the one she had did not have its diaper on, and it ended up peeing on her, and got a freaking red rocket and stuff. It was it was a visceral experience. It was not fun.
Yeah, no, it's an animal.
And
it's not gonna be fun.
Yeah, it was very, very weird because it's just like there's no real supervision. It's a guy. It's like, you want to hold this monkey?
I got one.
You want to hold it?
It's in the truck.
and then they let you hold it.
I let him shift
and
gears.
That's the supervision.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. The fucking animal. Watching that fucking first, what was it called? Tiger King?
Yeah.
That was unbelievable.
Dude, I have still not finished Tiger King, and that's my fault. I know that I
never
probably
even
should, but
who gives a shit?
we ended up.
I didn't need to be caught up. It's a madhouse.
Yeah.
We get it.
We didn't even finish season 1. I don't know what happened.
Oh, it's a masterpiece.
We just watched the first 3 episodes, and something else came out. And
God, it gets so much better.
Yeah, it wasn't a we don't like this. It was we got distracted at the wrong time.
You gotta go fish.
And yeah, we literally just watched Bird Box. The one that went all famous.
Julia Roberts with the
what's her name? Bullock. It's Sandra. Sandra Bullock.
That's
yeah,
it, with the
that one, which was a big thing, but we watched that 3 weeks ago.
I thought it was okay.
Same. It was pretty predictable.
Okay.
Maybe I've watched too many things.
Incredibly predictable.
Yeah, maybe I've watched too many copycats since then because it's come out so far. But it was
Place, but don't look at 'em.
Yeah, it was a no-see place. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen A Quiet Place. I hear good things.
It's pretty good.
I don't get to watch a lot of horror though because the wife is
the first one was pretty good.
Crazy afraid of horror movies.
But I really do not jive with John Krasinski anymore.
Well, see, now it kind of fucks up. Now it kind of fucks me up because I've seen him because of the new one. They show it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, am I missing anything? Because now I know what the creature looks like. I waited too long.
Yeah.
I fucked myself because now they're on the 4th one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now they're just here's the creature. We were all seeing it correct. And you're like, no, damn.
Yeah.
Because now I know what it looks like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just a mirror image of yourself.
Oh, that's the real demon. That was that art exhibit, right? It was just a mirror.
Yeah.
The most cruel animal on the planet or whatever, and it's just a mirror.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It says it's humans, man. Yeah, no shit.
Thanks. I've used a mirror before.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, art. I'm one of those guys that it just makes me mad. You pretentious fuck. I can't go to an art place. This is it. The fuck? Everybody make a big deal over this dumb shit? It's trash.
Yeah. The
Throw this in
only
the fucking garbage.
only art exhibit that I love and I can spend time in.
I do love art though. I'm just
No,
I'm
yeah,
just kidding,
yeah,
but
no, but I get very the same.
where it's like it's a blank canvas.
Yeah,
and
I'm
they're
looking
like,
at
it's about this, and it's like no, it isn't.
right. It's like some of it.
It's about money laundering.
A lot of them are like, oh, it's like this vision or whatever, blah blah blah. It's like now it's pretty digestible. Like you walk through like what was I gonna? The example of mine is the one in Bentonville.
Bentonville.
Crystal Bridges.
Crystal Bridges. Thank you.
I haven't been.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I
You should
know.
go.
I've seen photos. It looks
Great
awesome.
art, but like
Yeah.
it's all very digestible art. Like you
Good.
can walk through there and,
Yeah.
and quickly get the message and quickly enjoy everything.
Sculptures too. Sculptures.
The sculptures
cool.
are awesome.
Yeah, I
they
love
have really cool pop sculptures. Like
The ones that they put in at the riverfront are really cool too. I like those.
yeah, but my favorite place about it is an exhibit that they just put in. It's not new anymore, but it's one of the more the newer exhibits is the Frank Lloyd Wright House. And do you know who Frank Lloyd Wright is? The architect.
Yeah.
Yeah. They bought a Frank Lloyd Wright house
shipped it
from
down?
New Jersey and shipped the entire thing
fucked.
out and constructed it
Wow.
exactly the same to his plans on property. And it is the coolest exhibit I've ever seen because you get to walk
It's in
through.
Bentonville?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's free. You can go do it for free as long as you reserve tickets. That's one you just do have to call beforehand because it's a guided tour. And I'm telling you, it's the only guided tour it's ever been like worth it because you're
Sun Studios.
I've never done that. That sounds sick.
It's in Memphis. It's 2 hours away.
Okay.
It's where rock and roll and shit in America
Yeah.
is.
No, yeah, I know.
you should
I know about Sun Studios. I didn't know they did
It's
tours.
fucking-
That's awesome.
It is legendary. They tend to look. I don't care how people. They tend to be Elvis heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really.
Elvis was Elvis. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like
Okay.
that. I'm like that with the Beatles too. Like
But Johnny was a huge part of that place, and I'm
Yeah.
more of a Johnny fan.
Hell yeah.
And so I'm like, hey, if you ask and you go with a small group, because I think if you do like so many or more, you get the private tour to yourself,
very cool.
which
Wow.
which I've done both, and both are good. But if you bring friends, it's like way fucking cooler. 'Cause
Yeah.
you can just sit there and bullshit with the people.
That sounds cool.
Because they know everything.
Yeah.
You get to see the amp that distortion was
Down
made
to
with.
the yeah,
dude, it is
nitty gritty. I'm sure. Yeah.
Like, and everything is in the studio, like the actual studio. They actually use it again now.
Wow.
You can go there and record your music there. Moonmain did it.
Didn't somebody buy it? Zach Brown or like Dave
I don't
Grohl
know.
or something? Anyway, yeah.
I don't know, but it's fucking awesome, dude. And
Yeah.
they still have all the old microphones, and you can just touch them and shit.
That's so cool.
It's insane.
One of my favorite things.
The first time I went there, I wept like a child.
Yeah, vintage tech in general, I just love old cameras, old microphones.
Just knowing
The
all
people like
songs that's got
seeing
sung through
what
that shit.
and just seeing what people used out of necessity, like like the crazy different weird little microphones that came because they
All the
didn't.
ribbon mics and shit.
Yeah, because they didn't have the right advancement in technology at the time to make it look like what we have now. These things,
Those
you
coffee
know.
can mics where they
Yes.
move the depth, so the capsules at the back. of the coffee
They
can.
need the
Yeah.
right amount of room in there to give them
That's
that
literally
right
this.
that right cardioid. It's the same thing, but just all packed into here. That kind of stuff fascinates me. So that would be really cool. Yeah, that's.
Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou's a good. If you watch that, movie, that's what they're using in that.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, my shout out Colt Cox, my bassist from Better on Paper. He has like a big old microphone, one of those type microphones tattooed on the side of his head.
What the fuck?
Like all the way.
Is he a tattoo
it is
artist?
Gnarly. No, he works at Walmart.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, Colt's a badass.
That's awesome.
I shout out Colt. That's one of my best friends ever. Couldn't be more proud of that dude. Like I said, like we didn't have a band breakup. It was just like we're all moving on and doing things, and that motherfucker went on and he's got a family, got a dope job. I'm so proud of that dude. Yeah,
you
but
should definitely go to
dope
you should take
head
him and
tattoo.
Go to fucking Sun Studios.
Yes,
everyone should do it.
yes.
It's $15.
That sounds sick. We
Bring
did
like 6 people with you.
we did the JFK assassination walkthrough.
In Dallas,
Guided walkthrough in Dallas, and that was really neat, but not as good as the
you
Frank
can do
Lloyd
the
Wright one.
MLK thing there too.
Oh,
like
cool.
The hotel, the Lorraine.
I didn't
It's
know
all
that.
still there.
Wow.
There's even plexiglass. They took the walls out and put like his suitcase is still there with his clothes. And
Yeah.
his cars are still parked out front.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
that was the
wild.
the coolest.
The depository, the window, like it's still the window's still open.
Yeah,
it's crazy,
that sounds
dude.
just like the freaking how they've done the one at the JFK.
Yeah.
Like
It's all
that's
the
what
same.
amazed me the most is you could walk up there and feel like you still were walking through
Right, it's crazy.
like where it happened. It's like what the
like it's all-
dude
like-
was
like
looking
it's
down
kind of-
from this window.
Like the energy is stuck. It's like an energy
It's
bubble.
weird.
It's just bad.
Yeah, it's like
it feels
this is
so
cool, but I
crazy.
want to get down from here.
I want to get the fuck out of here. I don't like the way it makes me feel.
Can we go to In-N-Out?
That's what it is. Yeah.
I don't want to be here anymore.
God. Taco
But
Casa,
it was
forget
still
we
cool.
came.
Yeah, it was still very fat.
Shit.
I wasn't with my wife at the time, but my wife is very jealous that I went and did that because that is something that she would have had on her list
Take her.
before.
Dallas is pretty close.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like
We need to
4
go.
From you, it's even closer.
Yeah. But the reason I was there for the first time was a girlfriend that lived in Dallas, so I was just there a lot and frequenting it a lot.
I'm from there, and I've still never done it.
It's cool. It's very cool.
I should.
It's not like worth paying money if you're from there. 100%,
My dad
I'm sure.
lived there when it happened. It was,
Wow.
He said it was
So
pretty
you're
memorable.
good.
And he was a kid when it happened, so he was like, "Oh, you knew."
Right.
The whole fucking, it was crazy.
That was the part I loved reading about was reading about JFK, and like I did not know half the shit that I know now about him before I walked
There's
through
so
there.
much.
They do a timeline of his life up to the point where he got shot, and then at the point where he got shot, that's where the museum changes to the aftermath and another timeline of what happened. It shows the shooter and who we thought it was and this and that and blah 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 blah, a timeline all the way around the room, and then you're done. So it was really, really cool, and I loved the way it was laid out. But the Frank Lloyd Wright one was so much just more interesting to me, I think, because it has to do with architecture.
It's in Bentonville. It's free.
Yeah.
That sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah, if you don't know about Frank Lloyd Wright, dude was a genius.
Yeah.
And if you like floors, you're gonna love him, because that dude he did the floors. He was the architect.
Yeah.
He was the builder. He was the surveyor. He did everything. And that's why his houses are so iconic.
Right.
They say he basically made the modern house.
He
Like,
did. I think
he
it's-
was the godfather of the modern. The mansions you see now. It's based on things he did back in like the 1940s.
Which is weird. Yeah. And
Crazy.
you used to have to be super rich, and now everyone just has that.
Yeah.
Like, truly.
Yeah, just has that at their disposal. Yeah,
Every house. You go into any fucking neighborhood, it's just what they're building. It's just like, what the fuck?
it's crazy. But going into that one and seeing where it all like started, and in such a cool representation because it's a smaller house, so
Right.
it's just like a easy to wrap your head around kind of experience.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you walk into it just like I talked about with that that timeline going around the room of the JFK one. This one uses the lines of the house that Frank Lloyd Wright drew into the plans for you to follow to see how he designed houses. Because when he would draw a line here, that line did the same thing and had the same purpose all the way through the house until it wrapped back around to that same point. And everything is symmetrical. But you start looking at the furniture and you realize that the crack in the cushion lines up with the line for the flooring. And then the line with the flooring matches up with the rafter that goes over to the window, and that latch
So
is down.
meticulous.
Exactly, that latch is down there at the bottom, lined up with that line, and it never stops.
Yeah.
It's like
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'll go see that for sure.
It's crazy stuff.
I like neat shit like that.
Yeah, and
Craftsmanship.
Frank Lloyd Wright was just such a freaking genius. And my dad's an architect, civil engineer. That's
Really?
what he does for a living now. Yeah, he went to school for architecture, and he likes to say that he is now a civil engineer because he had me, because he didn't finish architecture school, and that's where you go when you don't finish architecture school, as civil engineer. That's his words, not mine. I don't know. Just repeating things I've heard.
Goddamn life.
Exactly.
Thanks, Dan.
I could have been Frank Lloyd Wright.
He's just vaping. Anyway, try this banana cream mix.
No, dude, my dad is the health guy now. Shout out him. He went through the craziest health scare, and did like a whole,
Seems to be a going trend these days.
dude, yeah,
We're all
it,
getting health
it
scares.
happens. Yeah, it's
How old is your parents?
so my
60s?
my dad would be in his 60s, and I think my mom just entered her 60s. She's about 2 or 3 years younger than him. I think he's 65, 68. I'm bad.
Yeah, my mom just entered her 60s too. So our parents are pretty close, same age.
Yeah.
Well, my dad's dead, but
Yeah.
so he doesn't get to age.
Very sorry to hear that.
Yeah. It happened a while ago.
My dad, his thing was crazy because he had the whole cardiac arrest, the heart failure thing.
Fuck, man, that's what I got.
Yeah, runs in our family.
Does it?
And yeah, so he had like 7 cardiac arrests in one day.
Better quit that fucking vaping shit now.
And exactly. Yeah. That's why I need to stop. No, it's legit. Like that's why I say I'm not a proud vapor. I know this is a necessity and something I'm trying to get rid of. I know this is
you get angry,
a perceived necessity.
Do you get
Oh yeah,
snippy?
I do.
Yeah, I did too.
And if I don't take care of myself, it gets worse. If I don't eat right, don't sleep right, But if I have nicotine,
that's what you're relying on.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but if I have
that's my
nicotine,
savior.
those problems start feeling a lot less.
Yeah.
So it's
but
like
it's not nicotine. Nicotine's actually good. It's the shit.
Yeah.
It's the garbage shit that's in there because your body just
Right.
I got to run on something.
yeah, and hitting a vape that has said 0 on it for like 3 days is probably going to put me in the grave about a week earlier every time I do it.
Yeah.
I know that, and I still fucking hate it. But yeah, we're trying to kick it. Like I
God,
said,
just smoking metal. And
Yeah,
fucking
just technology.
Oh, God.
that's my favorite
I
meme
call
on
it
it.
sin mist now.
Yeah,
That fucking sin
Yeah,
mist.
we were talking about that at the Conway, the Full Moon Records.
Yeah.
What? Get that sin mist out of my face.
Yeah. Gross.
Yeah. But
I will say it definitely smells better than cigarettes, but all hell cigarettes, man.
that's where I'm at now. Is I do recognize how much I like lean on it to make me not as whatever.
But you have to just overcome that. and
Yeah,
just
exactly.
not do it.
That seems like something I can overcome, and now it's more of it just tastes so damn good.
Dude, it is delicious.
These are like Kool-Aid.
Especially when it kind of leaks through. You're like, shit.
Spicy Kool-Aid.
What a treat.
What a little treat.
A fucking vape up one nostril,
Yeah.
cigarette in your mouth, just fucking give it to me.
More.
Yeah. Love that. Fucking, oh, God. I would just chew on nicotine plants if I could. That's Kurt's mom.
I figured. That's what I was going to ask. Shout out Kurt's mom.
She's hilarious. She
That's
does
great.
these Christmas gifts with like her face and shit on them.
That's
It's
hilarious.
It's the funniest fucking thing in the world.
My mother-in-law got me for Christmas last year. Got me guitar picks with my face on it.
Do you have one?
Shit. I'm sure I do. I for sure do in the merch box. I'll
it's
get
all
you
good,
one.
it's all
I'll
good.
get you one later. I give them
Oh,
out.
okay.
Because I'm like, why do I have them?
Oh,
Why
yeah.
would I have a bunch of a
It's
case
hilarious.
full?
Yeah, yeah. Should get you like the 100 pack. Yeah.
A case full of pics with my face on it. They're great and cool, and I love them. And I kept one. There's one.
You need one.
Yeah. Wait a second.
The problem is 100 is cheaper than one.
Oh, do we?
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
That looks empty.
Oh, it
Oh,
happened.
shit, is our lucky day?
It legitimately happened.
Oh, my God.
That's Mustache Max. And look at the back. It's even got my name on it in case I lose them.
Oh, right.
Like my face isn't enough.
Lost return, yeah.
Return
awesome.
to Max
Kurt,
Lemaster.
check that out.
So that is the one that I'm trying to keep, I guess. I don't know. I remembered I kept
Next
it
time I
somewhere.
play Master of Puppets, I'll play with my Max Lemaster.
Yeah. And then whatever these punk rock.
What
I
did you
don't
do?
know.
Get the fucking staple it out yourself?
They're thin. I do have that. Yeah, I have one of
The
those.
credit card pick
Yeah,
maker?
that thing's sick.
5 minutes?
Yep.
No way,
Have we really been going that long?
Yeah. It's 254.
dude. I'm so sorry. I feel like
No.
we haven't even talked.
We haven't even scratched the surface.
Wow,
That just
okay.
means the second episode.
Cool. Yeah, I'm down to come
Thanks for
back
the-
whenever.
Thanks for the present.
Yeah, that is yours. Absolutely, dude. I'm so glad I had one of those to give to you.
I'll make sure it ends up at the new spot. I'm actually going to bring boxes here next week. and
The rest
start
of them are in my
packing
little
things up.
my Altoids case that I give to people. So
Right.
that one's yours.
Altoids 10s, man. Wow.
The best guitar pick holders.
Guitars, drugs, you name it. dude. Just a
Altoids case.
solid-
Anything but Altoids.
Outdoor, like, you
Yeah.
keep things dry, like
You can even
string
cook.
and twine.
You can even
and
cook
shit.
in that shit,
yeah,
dude.
Hell yeah.
I've seen a bunch of videos of people do
versatile.
that.
They should have never went to plastic.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, at least we got a gift, and
They
wow,
used to make amps.
I
out
can't
of
believe
foot
that
pedals.
time went that fast. That's great.
fucking
That is
crazy.
crazy. That legitimately did not feel like that
It
happened.
never does.
Yeah, that
it still boggles my mind.
Yeah,
I hope that that thing continues in the next spot we get.
Absolutely.
I hope that
Yeah.
like I don't even know how it fucking works, but it just like
Yeah.
time just goes
Yeah.
away.
It does, and in a
Sick.
great way. Yeah, I can't believe it's been that
Well,
fast.
plug all your stuff.
I'm Max Lemaster. I do music full time. I have a song dropping January 15th on Spotify. It's called Hockey Socks and Flip Flops. It's
Good song.
yeah,
you played it the other day,
a song I wrote for my wife. I'm dropping it on January 15th because that is my wife's birthday.
I was a big fan of Uh-Oh.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Good
you so
song.
much.
Great
Thank
hook.
you. Thank
That's
you.
a good one.
It was a very, very good representation of me as a person. I put that one out about 2 months ago. So thank you so much. And only success I've ever had on streaming or anybody actually checking stuff out online has been that song. So cool. Thank you for bringing that one up. But anyway, like I said, Hockey Socks coming out the 15th, and then we have a huge show at Heroes with some banger bands. When the Clock Strikes from Oklahoma, Zilla from right here,
Sweet.
and Ken and Company from Northwest Arkansas.
Nice.
Some of my buddies who are in a band called Willow Whack and Friends. Shout out Jonah. Love Jonah and John to death. But anyway, that show is going to be at Heroes on the following Friday after the song comes out on January 17th. And it's going to be a banger. I'm playing too also.
Of course.
Yeah, but
Fuck yeah. Well, Crashcast Pod, Twitter Crashcast Pod 1. Do we have anything, shows or anything? No. It's going to be a weird month. We're going to keep going.
Yeah.
It's going to get weird here for a little bit. Probably going to do a lot of food pods for some reason.
do it. Heck yeah.
January, Kurt's going to be gone all
I'm
of
just thankful to
January.
be
So,
here. Yeah.
Corey's hungry.
Corey Hungo.
Lay off me, I'm starving pod.
Get off of me. Chris Farley sketch where he's like, give me the fucking french
Exactly.
fries.
Big Chris Farley guy. My brother, that comes from my brother, but yeah.
All right, well, fuck. Thank you for listening. Peace.
Thank y'all.
Blue